Hello. Thought I'd come on and share some of the contents of the kits I offer on Etsy. Here's the ethnic fabric kit. You get a whole bunch for $8, and the reason it's so cheap is because I want to get rid of it. I'm just I got so much stuff, years and years of accumulated stuff, and this stuff is really gonna come handy when we start working on boxes. Like for example, I like to make pin cushions, but I like to make them untraditional. Usually cater to the black community. Love to use mud cloth a lot and laces, and you'll see some of the lace kits. There'll be appropriate laces. I'm gonna together a kit of little doodads and whatnots, but honestly, I plan on teaching you guys how to work with clay, how to make your own molds, not with that high pricing amazing mold. We're gonna use silicone caulking and cornstarch. It's gonna cost you less than $5 to make a whole bunch of molds. And the first mold I want you to make, if you ever buy this lady from me, I'm going to show you how to cast the mold of her, and you can just use her over and over again. Because I use her a lot. They look fantabulous on leather. And while the clay is still wet, I'll show you how to manipulate it, and you could, I didn't go far enough, I didn't want to, but you could make it a bead, and you could thread it through. Also, I'll show you how to cast roses. And I also show you how to cast them not only with clay, but with UV resin. I use this. The guy on eBay, he sells this UV resin. I use a little lamp, UV lamp that you would use at the fingernail when you get your nails done. But you don't need that. You can just use God's sunlight. But me, Miss Dracula, I hate to go outside, so I never I use the lamp, but outside in the hot sun in Kansas, in 10 minutes it's done. Usually I put it in this window too. So you're gonna get a whole bunch of ethnic things. And like we're gonna make a candle holder. We're gonna use just a plain old paper towels. And if you wrap something like this around it first, and then come back with your trims, and just here lately I've been making it's like a shade for your this little tea light. If you print something out that you like and put it on, when you turn that tea light on, it will illuminate whatever is in that shade. And that's pretty cool. I hate to see y'all see my house. It is torn down. It really is. It's always torn down. There's too much stuff. I'll show you all. That first one I showed you, where'd she go? With the little ethnic lady. She really sits on this. I'm trying to come up with I gotta glue that down. But I printed out an animal scene, an African scene, vellum. And this goes like that. Oh, this one is not working. Let's borrow this one. I cut a hole in it. I gotta perfect it. And then this sits on top. Ain't that cool? So this is kind of stuff we're gonna be having tutors on. How to make stuff that's different. When you go to your little shows, you have stuff to offer people that nobody else offers. And let me see if I can get at the camera. This always going the wrong way. Something like this could get 15, 20 bucks. It's so different. It could be a great nightlife for kids. Okay, let's get back to the program. Let's see. So continuing with that, you can get all kind of stuff, all kind of different textures. Some of it might not be ethnic, but you know how we love color. And so that's the ethnic prints, and that's This is not really ethnic, but I just thought it was just so colorful. It would look good on a box or something. See, when you guys learn how to use clay, you'll learn how to make stuff like that. Some of you guys already know. And I definitely, oh, remember I told you I was going to show you that in dimensional paint, the finish it gets. Now this is just plain old leather. And I was making keychains for people who love Game of Thrones, and there's a bunch, believe me. Let me show you that Bible I did. It looks so good, I might do it on all of them. If not me, then when you get them, you do it. It's worth it. Now, I didn't spend a lot of time on it. You saw last night I was goofing up. But it really gives a gorgeous finish. And when you buy mine, like those fraternity kids or sorority kids, put a layer of dimensional ink glue on it, that Mod Podge dimensional, and you will increase your price. And I didn't do it because I don't have no money. And I don't need a lot of money. My pension is more than enough for me to live off of. That's why I sell these little kits to get rid of this stuff, and I sell them for minimal prices, just enough to support my glue habit and my alcohol ink habit. I told y'all that, and I'm serious. And some of the other things, I'll show you when I show you some other prints. But we're going to make stuff like this. I crocheted some thin wire, and I just rigged I just really and truly, I just wadded up some fabric, ethnic print, and wrap wire around it. It's just so different. We're going to explore and have so much fun. I'm so thankful to God that now that I'm retired, I got my pension, and I can spend time teaching. That's all I ever wanted to do. I just never had time before. But God has given me so many witty ideas, to raise my children. Even though they tease me about my hobby, that hobby has fed their little hunger behind many, many days, believe me. This is just a bag of trims, and I really put this one together for when you're making the boxes again, you can put trims around it. Why did I put this pen in here? Oh, I know, because those feathers was flying everywhere. I have to use a new bag. Well, it's just a bunch of stuff. All kind of textures and fibers. You see these fibers? Let me show you what I love to do with them. I like to make, now where did she go? Oh, she should be right here. Well, besides, I like to make dolls, and I'm going to sell some doll faces. In fact, you're going to get a doll face in one of these. I'll see what I get to it. And also, this is my Katrina doll. I dreamed about this Katrina doll, and it was like Katrina coming through New Orleans and just stirring it up and taking her kids out of there because they treated us so bad in Louisiana. They didn't appreciate us. Now we're all over the world being appreciated. And God used Katrina, because none of these white people were up close and personal with black people. And I wasn't up close and personal with white people. But we learned over the last 10 years that once we get rid of the fear of the unknown, we just like everybody else. We just people. Now, I tease them and say, I'm a non-threatening black, so y'all can chill out, because I just love everybody. It's because of Jesus. I have love in my heart. And I never had a problem getting along with anybody. So we'll make a Katrina doll. You can sew it or not. You don't have to sew it either. I'll show you how to make it without even taking out a needle. So she was fun and she was different, and that's my girl. She saw me through many things. So these fibers make great hair. And somebody somewhere sold me about 500 of these little Mickey appliques for everybody. Any package you buy from me, there will be something. I gotta get rid of these things. I have used them, look like I can't even make a dent. So I always expect that. Now I gotta keep this stuff together. I'll put it back. Oh, you're not getting this, but I put this in here to make sure I show you other things we could do, and we'll be doing them. And I make sure you're gonna get clips. And this is perfect for a little girl. In fact, this one right here, when we get to the laces, I needed something to put there, so I took that one of those little sorority girls, and I like those little acrylic deals. You just place it on a picture and then cut around it. And I'll probably put some lace around this, so you can set it on a bottle cap. I got a bunch of them. I might throw some in y'all packets. Okay, let's get this out. But yeah, you get all kind of stuff, all kind of textures, all kind of different colors of hair. She was fun. I make her for Kwanzaa. I'm not gonna use this no more. You see how it sheds. And some fabric you'll learn what not to use. But with wear, people will be rolling their eyes at you, say that stuff is raveling, and we don't. There's a way we can stop that. We could use spray check. I'll show you, and it will never ever ravel. Okay, that's 2 down. Lots of feathers in there too, in case you didn't notice. This one is for fascinators. We're gonna make some fascinators. I wish I had time this year, but I know I don't. Easter's almost here, but next year you will be ready to make some fancy Easter hats. A lot of ladies don't like to wear hats, but they will wear a fascinator. Just put a comb back here, or a clip, or whatever. And you're gonna get a lot of stuff for $8. You'll be able to make a whole bunch of caps. And I did this so you could see if you like it before you go out and invest a lot of money. And you ain't gonna have to buy this stuff. I give you a lot. I even give you some pins so that you can make you some little hat pins. They could use a pin to put it in their head. And I'm going to put together a kit with beads. I have an abundance of beads and show you how to color them. If you notice, I plan on coloring my rose and use the green. I'm going to do a pink and a green. And this is a turquoise. And I colored this with Dynaflow paints. I'll introduce you to Dynaflow if you're not. Although you could have used alcohol ink too. It's really good on acrylic stuff and beads. We're going to have so much fun. I'm a late night person, so I'll be up late at night. My neighbors probably think I'm in here talking to myself. I don't care. But yeah, you use this up and look at, with a little girl's theme. You don't even have to get that fancy. You can stop there. And I love these things. They're always, I buy them from China. I hate to buy from China, but let's face it, what we're going to do. You get about 25 of them for like $5. And they're perfect for a little girl's head. You attach it securely. I haven't attached it yet. And then I always put a piece of soft something so it won't rub against their little heads. So in one of these kits, you're going to get a bunch of these little doodads and flowers. So yeah, this is the kit for specialty fascinators. And there's some ethnic. This is very ethnic. You can make a lady with black. Oh, you can make a bad. I'll show you how to make some clay stuff like this. When you cast the mold, you can make this out of clay or acrylic. And bam, use metal paints to make it look like metal. We'll do it. Don't worry. We're going to definitely do that. I had a clay piece here. In fact, I had a lot of junk on here. I ripped it apart one day because I want to do it over. So I'll do it over with you guys. And you can pull out your little trims and just follow along. Yeah, this one is $8 and it's just a bunch of, I even gave you some lightweight buckram and I gave you a heavier weight. This is called Cryon, something like that. And you got a lot of pretty rivets and prints. And you just let your imagination go wild with the ladies. Because they really will wear that stuff in their head. They like it. I like to see them wear it to church, but knowing them, they're going to wear it to the club. God bless them. I don't judge nobody because, before I became a Christian, I went through my phase. And I tell people, look, when you turn your life over to God, you just come as you are because He'll change you. And people will notice a change in you too. And you have to remember, God can only use imperfect people. If you go through that Bible and see the people God used, it was more drunks and liars and adulterers. But He don't have no choice, because we are all imperfect. There's not none righteous, no, not one. We just submitted. We're not perfect. Let's see. Now, yeah, this is the one that continues with the fascinator theme. And I even gave you some little starting bases. If you notice, all of them have something that I started with. Well, this one don't, but you can start with this, and then you'll start building. You'll add flowers, and I gave you some flowers, and you don't have to keep them white. You can dye them. The color, like you can dye them lilac, purple, use your alcohol inks, acrylic ink, sprays, whatever. Kind of get a bunch of stuff like this and different little fancy textures. This I call my site Inspiration Station. Even on Etsy, Inspiration Station. I call these kits inspiration kits. They were designed to inspire your imagination. Here's another base. And it's just those that you got in other pack, different illusions and nettings. And that's the basis. You'll start off with that. And then you'll decide if you want to put a pin on it, or do you want to put it on a comb. So this is another. Yeah, one day I'm going to sit down and make a bunch of fabric rolls. In fact, I'll teach you how to do them. You can make your own. One night we're going to sit down and make some fabric roses, and that's when you pull out your little specialty inspiration kit, and we'll make some. Okay. This I call novelty. This novelty print. Different themes. And it's $8, but it's worth every penny. In fact, you can go nowhere and buy. You see a little bit of fabric they be trying to give us. And then, like if you're doing something for a nurse, you can make that nurse a candle holder. And you could use these. I just use one. I would cover this with some leather, maybe leather. Cover it with a leather background or vinyl. And I would just fussy cut this one. If she's Afro-American, get your Afro-American. You know, whatever. And just use one, and then just let your imagination go, wow, you can add feathers, whatever. This little thing right here is going to be so handy. Now, this is what my ribbon or something was on, but you could take a paper towel holder and 2 pieces of cardboard for each end, and it'll stand on its own. Although now I'm going to put together a kit very soon of these special, this is just a bunch of beads. I got a truckload of these brown and black and beige ones. And these are we'll take 4 of them, but sometimes we're going to want to put them on wheels. And I'll put together a kit of all kind of different things we could use for legs. Sometimes you could stack 2, and you'll color them. Maybe you color 1 black and 2 white or whatever. I mean, imagination is just going to take over. I'll try to get a kit up of these soon. And you don't have to just use them for legs. You might want to use them on your necklaces, too. But you'll get a bunch, I promise you. It's going to be at least 20 or 30 of those brown and beige ones. And whatever kind of funny shaped beads I can find, I'll throw them into. Cause I got a bunch of stuff. I'm dying to get rid of this stuff. But the novelty prints, I just pulled out some interesting stuff. Some of it you'll want to fussy cut. You might want to fussy cut a frog. Put it on for somebody who collects frogs. And then I made sure you have some pretty roses that you could fussy cut and glue it to cardboard and then put it on something. And then you got your little sun, moon. I love my hound suit. This is very cowboy. You might have a friend who's into cowboy. Sometimes you can do like I did with that, you know, the purple that I twisted the wire around, and that will make a bracelet. Any of this will make a bracelet. You don't have to just make a bracelet out of leather. This is nice. Wish I had a bunch of this, but I don't. I can't believe I'm parting with it. I love these little things. I'm tired of them. I use them in so many projects to give somebody else an opportunity to be inspired to do something. Everybody needs solid color, so I made sure you have some solid colors. You got a blue, you got a purple, and then purple for kids. This will make a pillow or a wall hanging. Remember I took that leather and covered it and made a frame? Well, you could do that too. You don't even have to do leather. It could be chipboard or cardboard that you have laying around. Cover it with something and cut it big enough and throw this in a frame if you don't sew. You know, so next time somebody have a new baby, bam! To give it as a gift or sell it to somebody who's looking for a gift. Somebody always looking for baby gifts. So that's the novelty prints. And I give you plenty to keep you busy. You won't have to go run out and buy no fabric. You have a little bit of this and that in your stash. And the shipping usually about, I can tell this is going to be a little bit heavy, not much. $8, the shipping going to be about $2.54 or something like that. You'll know when you go to the website because they'll calculate it. But it's worth it. And this is the last one tonight. So I'm going to come back and we're going to do something. I want to show you how to use copper on your leather, how it complements it. And if you're, although you know I'm going to put together a kit, but if your budget can't handle copper, I'm going to show you how to take aluminum cans, recycle aluminum cans and make it look like copper. You're going to say, I can't believe it's not copper. So I use a specialty metal paint that has real metal in it, and you can patina it. Now this is ready to be a bracelet. Oh, by the way, I'm going to talk to you soon about closures. If you don't have snaps, if you don't have a hand press, way before I had a hand press, I would come up with creative closures. You can't go wrong with the button and stretchable elastic. I always keep stretchable black elastic on hand. There's also something called a hitch. You put it on this side and you slit a hole in this side. And there's another one I've been using. I don't know where it's at. I'll find it by the time I start the next video. You know those little bills that used to go in those little bags we used to wear that you just click? You can use that as a closure, and I'll show you. So you'll get a bunch of this. This can be a bracelet, really. It could also be for a tote bag. And I gave you some nice lint so that you can get a, you know, same with this. You get a nice lint if you want to make a tote bag. You can make two little ones. This is just, you've seen this before. I'm going to put together a kit of nothing but this. This is some nice graphics glued to leather. This is ready to be a pair of earrings. You can get 4. Cut them at like a diamond, a square, circle, but you can get 2 pair of earrings out of this. Out of just this little 4-inch square. It might not even be 4. It might be 3. Alright, I'm going to cut this off, and I'll be back tonight sometime after I chill out for a minute, and we're going to talk about copper. And then tomorrow we'll talk about aluminum, and then the next night we're going to talk about this. You see this? This is metal tape, and when I get finished with it, it looks just like metal. If you don't believe it, check that out. This is this metal tape. So you see how, oh, this is upside down. You see how that metal paint can be patinaed? I even used it on clay. You'll be doing stuff like this. I'll show you how to make a mold and make this little lady and this little angel too. And I used gold metal paste, and then I sprayed it with Tiffany green patina, and it patinaed. And that is nothing but this metal tape. But it's mounted on cardboard. I'll have to do something with the back. Maybe put some pretty paper on the back. And I'll show you how to do this. Easy peasy. You can get 20 bucks for this thing easily. You can say anything. This particular one is for a woman who's at club, the No Agenda. They call it, they go off the theme of knights and dames, and it makes them happy. And this is that same little mold that I use over and over. I did her in clay, but I often use her in acrylics too. Oh, we got so much to talk about and so much fun to have. See you later. Bye.